Welcome in and thanks for joining today's stream elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Royal Underscores. Thank you for the 91 long months of subscribing Zin08. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Zin08. The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today SMC Mai.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on you before the memory's gone. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, all right, all right. Who's ready? It's been too long.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today SMC_May_I.
All right. It's time. Why can't eggs have love? They will break up too soon. Bow. May's ready.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Jed81VV.
Yeah, Jed. Clear? How did that happen? How did we get a clear in the middle of that? I must have a tab open. You heard that? All right, awkward stairs. Claps and check. Rugmat, you got turbo now, huh? Or did you always have turbo? Woo! Clear, another clear. Who's getting all these clears? Where is this coming from? Twitch gave me a month free, so why not? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the Clark Yo Shenanigan Show every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on twitch.tv/ClarkIO and youtube.com/ClarkIO. Happy to have you here. I'm your host, Clark Yo. And what do we have in store for you? Let me give you a rundown of the typical agenda. Start off just chatting, talking about wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, type in the chat !WOTW to find out more. After that, we get into Wordle and connections. Wordle, you want me to lose. Connections, we work together. And then we get to the technical segment of the show, which we've been working on this project for each stream, several streams now. It's the Words on Stream Plus tool or Assist tool or Helper tool. I'm nailing down the name, but you get the idea. We're building a tool that helps out with playing the game Words on Stream that lots of streamers like to use. And there's quite the community around it. I enjoy it. And that's how we got here, because we started playing it and then wanted to enhance it. So that's what we're doing. On that note, though, this might be a bit of a yap session again. I know last stream was, but this one has a good reason to, because I had to miss last stream. Well, I didn't miss last stream. So the last stream that I did, we yapped quite a bit because we got talking about AI and different topics like that. And then the following Friday after that stream, when I was supposed to stream, I did not, because I had a problem at the house that I'm going to talk about today, which is going to lead to me yapping. So I'll explain why I missed last stream a bit more, and then we'll go from there. So there might be a lot of yapping in this one and not as much technical segment, but we'll do our best here, especially since I had to start late, which is also partly my fault. Well, it is my fault. I had to schedule a meeting that I just could not delay. It was either going to be right at the start of the stream or sometime in the middle of the stream was when they had availability. So I opted to go with scheduling it at the beginning of when I usually start the stream and just starting stream later. So that is how we are here today. If any or all of that interests you somehow, I hope you stay. If not, use your time wisely. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, and maybe I'll see you in the future stream. Ragman says, LOL, is there a reason why the Twitch VODs are sub only? I'm happy to chat with you separately on that in Discord, so feel free to hit me up there. I don't want to talk about it on stream. I did it for privacy concerns, let's put it that way, not for concerns around to try and what the heck is it? paywall. Now I'm not trying to paywall things, but I didn't know of another way, or at least at the time when I was looking into it, to cut out some of the VOD stuff. So there's that. But that said, you can still see, I mean, all of the stuff is recorded and published to YouTube too. So, but yeah, we can talk on Discord about that. Just curious because the VODs are still on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I know. Again, I'm happy to share more privately some of the motivation behind that. Just, I don't want it on stream. And the general reason I can tell you is more of a privacy concern on Twitch in particular. So, but I don't know if anyway, we can get into the weeds separately. It's not like a huge issue. It's just me being overly paranoid and cautious with some things. Okay. All right. So let me hear your wins of the week. I can definitely use some positive, you missed watching what, Royalty? Watching the VODs? Just check out YouTube. I know, I feel like I shouldn't be doing that, and it's going to make people want to know more, but again, I'm happy to share with all of you. We can have an open, we don't need to have like a private DM about it. I just don't want to have it. Oh, thank you. I don't want to talk about it on stream. I'm happy to talk about it in Discord, in a general chat or something like that, where I have more control over who can see. That's the idea. It's a privacy related thing. So that's kind of that really is kind of explaining it for the most part, May. And it's not really much more beyond that. Or at least I'm curious though. What do you mean miss watching VODs on Twitch or last stream, you mean? All right, so what are your wins of the week? My win, I would say, is everybody's happy and healthy. That's always a good one. We have some stuff in the works to fix the water leak issue. So that's a positive win, and things are trending in a good direction, I believe. So there's that. Yeah. What else is a win? Work's going good. We got a video coming out on Windsurf's new SWE 1.5 model. So between Cursor's Composer and Windsurf's SWE 1.5, they're so fast, and they're pretty good models. Like, they compete with the top of the line models that are out there for code generation fairly well, I would say, in my limited testing that I've done, not in-depth testing just yet. So I'm excited for, well, the Cursor one's already out. Go check it out if you haven't already. And I got to figure out where that sound's coming from. That's crazy. I don't see any, you know how like the tabs are usually like the resources are deallocated? Somehow, I don't know where that's coming from. Somehow it's playing somewhere. So yeah, that video's coming out, and that video came out already. The Cursor 2.0 Composer model that's built or part of Cursor that you can use, and then Windsurf's SWE 1.5.
For joining today, Slugger 9066.
Yes, Slugger, time to purge some tabs. I did do that on my one browser profile. I need to do that on my streaming browser profile that I use. That's probably what's leading to this. Where else was I going with this? What are your wins of the week, chat? Come on, you all have to have something, right? I mean, no pressure. But to not see any wins of the week in chat from you all is quite surprising. It doesn't have to be huge, remember, right? Great example I always go with. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. If I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that day, that's a win. Right there. Just look for the small wins. It doesn't have to always be big. Small wins add up to big wins. We made it to Friday. There you go. All right. There we go. Round of applause. Slugger, you're right. We made it to Friday. Another day. Being alive. Trying to think what else might be wins for me here. I don't know. Struggling to think of ones. I mean, really, the biggest focus is, and the thing that's been going on All right, May, your win is in. You want me to share it, May? Is that okay? I know you shared it in Discord, but I generally err on the side of not sharing what people share as their wins in Discord. Okay to share? Okay, thanks, May. All right, May shared in the Discord. Speaking of which, if you want to join up on there, !Discord is the command you can send in chat to get the link, or go directly to clarkio.com/discord. May says, after months of trying to find someone who would only tint one window on my truck, a friend of a friend hooked me up for only 35 bucks. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm surprised. Like, why wouldn't tinting companies be okay with just being like, yeah, I'll do one? It's like, it's always a package deal. Is that what the deal, what the situation is? Either way, thanks for sharing that, May. Glad to hear that, and congrats on that. Also, congrats on getting on TV for that one game, May. That was awesome to see. However, did Houston end up losing right at the last second, right? To field goal. I watched a lot of that game. And I thought of you when that was like, I'm like, May's there, and just felt that disappointment, right? Is that what happened? I'm double checking the scores again. Oh, they won. What am I saying? They won against the Jaguars. What was that one game that they lost by like a field goal, or maybe they won by a field goal? Maybe I'm thinking of the previous week. Double checking. Yes, previous week against the Broncos is who I'm thinking of. The Broncos won 18-15. That was the game I was thinking of, May. Yeah. Yep. When you were on TV. Right. I would have talked about that last stream. That's what I was thinking of. Congrats on that, though, man. It's awesome. They always want to go for 2. Or at least it says congrats, May. Jed. So my win of the week my win of today was my boss commented on some code and ended up running a delete all command to a very important table. Thankfully, he stopped the process before it was able to commit the change, and the SQL database rolled his delete all back, so nothing was deleted. Hey, at least it wasn't you though, Jed, right? If it was going to be, if it did fully go through, you know? Congrats on that though. That's... Now you know what I look like, says May. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you all know what I look like. I don't know what most of you look like. Tint people always want to do 2 windows. Oh, okay. They can't do just one. Wow. So did you already have one tinted, May? And that's why you wanted to get, like, the other one was like maybe bubbling up or something like that, and you wanted to get it replaced? Or what was the motivation or driver behind getting just one tinted out of your windows? Jed says, true that. I was at lunch and he was like, we need to restore. We need to restore. Hurry up. Finish your lunch, Jed. Get back here. I did something. Ooh, this looks good. That's wild. Hey, that's you avoided disaster there, right? And you're like, all right, boss. You better give me extra lunchtime after this. Only one window bubbled up driver's side and could not see out of it. Okay, yeah. Why wouldn't they let you, like, that's ridiculous. You think, you know, reputable companies would be fine with that. They'd be like, oh, I see what's going on. Let me help you out. We'll charge you this much, like half the price of a normal 2-window package. You know, like, how hard is it to do that? Silly, I say. Silly. All right, we're going to jump into playing WoS right away, actually, while we're talking and stuff, because I got lunch here. And that's just how we're going to roll today. I gotta eat some lunch. If it loads, that is. Okay. We get the mirror link. We gotta figure out where the clear's coming from. All right, here's the mirror link. Reputable places always do 2, so I had to find a non-reputable place to do 1. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's get set up here. Switch to... I had like a WoS with camera. Yeah. Who's that though? Is that Dylan's or? Yeah, it's Dylan's. Ah, this is mine. Yep, there we go. All right, ready to play, chat? While I eat some lunch. Do I have the lunch break on here? Yeah, right over my face. What are you having? Pita. Like a Greek pita and rice. All right, let's roll. Here's a word from May. Tint.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Nightbot. Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Shawkeyes 1.
What's up, Shocky? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. I just had a really interesting idea, chat, for the WoS Plus tool. What if instead of showing the correct words in the bottom left there, especially for these levels, right? If we didn't need that, and instead we overlaid the words on top of the existing board. Well, maybe not so much during that. Maybe just the missing words to show where they are in the board. I don't know, I wonder. Would that be encroaching on words on stream a bit too much though? Not that the board disappears, that like instead of putting the missing words down there. I mean, obviously the first iteration of this is I need to really hone in on the missing words being more accurate, because there's other languages in there right now, as an example. And then different boards have different, even though like those letters could make up a certain word, that word is not on that board. Sometimes that happens too. Oh, the board disappears at the end of the round, I guess. I was thinking more so, well, we'll go to the next one. Like, let's say, what's one on there? Tappa? Like that could have shown up in the actual spot on the board where it was, like alphabetically, how they normally lay out, and in red letters still and everything. So it just looks like it's almost part of the board, but it's like an overlay. It's like an overlay on top of the existing board is more of what I was saying. Like right now the board isn't visible when the round ends. I mean, oh yeah. Yeah, it's a good point. Then you wouldn't see if we, I mean, we could do that at the end, right? Just keep the, like take a screenshot almost of the board and show that in between rounds. But then people are still going to want to see their scores, right? What's up, Sammy? Say for me, Sammy? I don't know how you might want me to pronounce your name, but happy to have you here. Welcome in. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to me in chat too. I appreciate you using the commands though, nonetheless. Whoa, how did I... Wait a minute. Did the letters move up? We're gonna have to look at the VOD on that. Sammy. Okay, got you. Happy to have you here, Sammy. Really says, how would you know what to screenshot though? Yeah. It's just an idea. I'm just spitballing with you. Spitballing ideas. That just came up. Like, why not overlay instead of... Because then we just get rid of the whole layout shit that I've been struggling with. I mean, this works the way it is right now, but like if we showed the correct words, not the correct words, but the missing words on the board itself instead of underneath in that panel, that would be a nice touch. That would save space, good user experience. Sammy says all this is straight visual. All this overlay right now. I didn't build this, the actual game itself, words on stream. That's the folks over at on Ryzen TV.tv. They made they make a bunch of awesome games actually. Words on stream being my favorite. But the stuff around it I built to help with the game. And that's actively what I'm working on. That's what the title's about to the stream and all that. So I'm just taking a little lunch break here before we jump into that segment of the show anyway. Yep. But yeah, I just noticed I'm covering it. How did that happen? After cleanup of dictionary? Yes, mate, yes. I want to see how this changes. Yeah, look at that. It shrunk. Why is it changing in size like that? I'm so bad with CSS. Nice, Rugmat. So B is fake, right? Did we get that? Yeah. We need a CSS class. Yes. P is hidden. P is hidden. I don't know other words. This is a tough one. Nice. Lisp, imply, and simply. Oh, how did I not see that? Ay, ay, ay. Simply.
Clear.
Frigid. And writing. How did I not see those words? Hey, nice job, Chow. We passed. Passed. Going on to the next level. I guess Irving, and it didn't work. It might not be on the board. That's why, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it with those letters, it just might not be on the board, though, you know? Nice, rug mat. I don't know about the words here. Why? Yes, Rugmat, I am terrible. Riblet, retire, Trier, Eiler, elite. No clear this time. I think I fixed it. Well, I think there was a browser source. I think there was a browser source that was just not showing. But the resources for it were loading because on those I have, can this show them? I can't show on screen right now. Shut down source when not visible and refresh browser when not visible. So that wasn't checked for some of Dylan's stuff that I had hooked up here for when we're streaming here but playing on his channel. So I think that was it. All right. On that note, we haven't done Wordle connections, and I haven't talked about what happened with the water leak yet. So it's up to you, chat. Do you want to go into that, or do you want me to just skip it and jump into working on the words on stream tool? What do you think, chat? What do you feel like? What do you feel like focusing on next? I do need to step away, go potty, throw out some garbage, refill the water, and stuff like that for a few minutes. So maybe I'll let you all play another round of words on stream while you think about what you want me to do when I get back. And then when I get back, you tell me what you all decided. Sound good? Skipping Wordle sounds like a sin. True, that's true. Also, why did this come up? It's like encroaching upon my camera. All right, you all think about it. I'm going to be right back. We're going to load up the BRB with WoS. And Wordle and leak. All right, we'll do Wordle and then I'll talk about the leak. All right, that's one vote for that. Everybody else, let me know your thoughts. Think about it. I think I'm just going to stay in this scene. And I'll be right back.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch. starting now and will go for 180 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Dylan Hart.
Booyah! 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 What's up, Dylan? Where am I? Hello. If you see this, type booyah in chat. All right. So what did you all decide while I was away? I know May had suggested that when I come back, we do Wordle and then the water leak discussion. Is that correct? Did anybody else have any input on that? I'm looking back in the history. No, it was just what May said. That was it. Okay. And then right as I left, Dylan popped in. Sorry about that, Dylan. Okay, I saw something and did not get screenshots, but the board and the WoS player view did not agree on the potential words. Really? So like on my screen, it showed different than what on your screen did? Oh boy, that's not good. I'd be with May, but I understand if people got no time. Yep. You saw me come in and dip? No, well, I left first. I had no idea you were joining, Dylan, at that time, you know? So just so happened. All right, so how about you all continue, and while you're playing, I'll talk about the water leak. That way we're at least got something going on for people that don't care about the water leak story. And then when I'm done talking the water leak story and you all finish until you lose, I guess. Same words, but what was guessed were not the same. Interesting. That's wild. All right, man. Thanks for alerting me to that. I mean, maybe note it in the Discord at least for now, in that channel. And then when you get a chance, then Wordle after leak story. Yes, Wordle after leak story, May. And then if it ever comes up where you can catch both at the same time, feel free to screenshot. I gotta emphasize this a lot, May. It means a lot. Appreciate that input and you sharing this feedback and stuff. Yeah, no worries, May. Maybe next time if it comes up again. But nonetheless, I appreciate the feedback. So keep that kind of stuff coming. All right. Let's continue with words on stream. You all can play while I talk through the water leak story, and then we'll play Wordle. And then time permitting, we'll work on trying to tweak things with the WoS Plus, okay? All right, let's get into the story. On Thursday evening time, Mrs. Clarkia and I discovered a pool of water. Not a pool of water, but like water pooling up at our back patio sliding doors. Well, if I could screenshot across two monitors, I would have screenshots. Yeah, I hear you. No worries. It was a day like any other day. It all started. We woke up in the morning and everything was going just grand. But by the evening time, we discovered a puddle of water outside the back door of by the patio, on the patio. And we're like, uh-oh, the heck is that doing there? So I'm like, shoot, I don't know where this could be coming from. And then, we was checking inside the house, looking everywhere. It didn't seem like anything was leaking internally. So our kitchen is like right on that same wall that the sliding doors are that go to the back patio, or part of the kitchen, one of the walls. And so then we're like, all right, well, we got to figure out where this leak is coming from. So I call this like company that specializes in just identifying where the leaks are. They have like special headphones and like listening devices that they can listen under the concrete of the house, in the walls. They can check for like with thermal cameras, like where moisture and wet coldness, different temperatures are in the walls and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy equipment that they got. And then they have moisture meter stuff that they can like plug into the wall, like have little prongs that plug into the wall and like test the moisture. So I call them out. they find moisture all along all the bottom of the wall, basically. That's to the right of the sliding glass doors, which is where our kitchen cabinets are, the sink is, and everything like that. So we're like, oh shoot, this is not going to be good. We pulled the dishwasher out from the wall, which is also on that same wall, and there's like water stain, like, I don't know, 8 inches off the ground there. And so they do more tests or whatever, and then they realize that the leak is coming from the it's in the wall, but it's coming from the water hose spigot that's outside on the wall, like outside the wall. I don't know if I can like draw it maybe or show you all, but basically, like, imagine like here's the wall, here's the door, and over here is where like the kitchen is, and then around here there's a corner. It's the corner of the house, corner of the kitchen, and then it comes to like towards me is the wall, right? So it's like on that wall facing that way is where the hose spigot is, the hose bib. Okay. And so apparently there was a leak there that was causing water to come into the wall, around that corner, down the wall of the kitchen, all the way to the sliding doors. And then underneath the sliding doors, there's like this slight little sliver of like the tiniest hairline crack. And that's where water would drip out of from under there. And there was a part where on the sliding doors, I would step on it and it was like squishy and water would squirt out. And I was like, oh no, what the hell? We're screwed here. So anyway, they identified that. So then I immediately called a plumber to get them out as fast as I can. End up getting one outside of normal hours. So I had to pay, a little bit more of a fee because of that type of thing. They go and they fix the hose bib. And like they were like, oh, it's a worn out glue joint or something like that is what he said. So he replaces all that, and it seems like things stopped and we were good there. Then we've had a remediation company come in to like dry everything. So the leak started after you bought the house. Yes. That's our understanding. It happened fairly recently. So we discovered the water pooling up on Thursday. We suspect it either started happening that day or maybe a day or so prior to that, because everyone we've talked to is like, this has not been ongoing for a long period of time. It doesn't look like it to them. So it's just something that happened, like I wasn't even using the hose. Warranty? No, I don't have a home warranty. So then I call a remediation company to like come in and start drying things out to try and dry the wall internally in the kitchen. And the only way, so they end up like taking the plates off the bottom face plates off of the cabinets and drilling holes under there and like shooting tubes under to run air. And I thought I'm pretty good at like tuning sounds out, I feel like, and just ignoring things and just staying focused on stuff. They brought in these big freaking fans and like a dehumidifier and like a 3-stage air purifier. And it was pretty loud. And at first I was like, oh, this ain't, it's no big deal. After several hours of that though, it just makes you kind of go crazy, chat. Like just listening to loud fans that long, that white noise. Like I was just like, I'm over it. So they put those in Friday or Saturday sometime is when they came and did all that. So you gotta think, or let's say definitely Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday of this week, they finally came. They were coming like daily, basically testing, making sure the moisture levels were going down and stuff like that. And by Tuesday, when they came and tested stuff, they're like, things are bone dry. We're gonna start pulling the fans out. How many fans did you have? We had one of those lower fans that has like that oval, like that thin oval out, blowing air that way, like that, at one part of the cabinets. Then they had another one of those that had this contraption or this like cover on it with all the tubes coming out that was used to shoot the air under the cabinets into the holes that they drilled in under them. And then there was the air purifier, the 3-stage air purifier that they're like, yeah, this is, high efficiency, I don't know, all these terms, like hospital grade air purifier, 3-stage mumbo jumbo. And then there was a dehumidifier. So 4 things in total that were like blowing air and running and doing stuff, for like at least 4 days, I want to say. interesting. Don't you need to not be in the same place as the dehumidifier? They didn't. If that's the case, they did not tell me anything like that. So they made it seem like everything was fine for us to be in there. And I told them I have 2 young kids and everything like that. So they were like, no, we'll make sure everything's good. So they did that for 2 days. Then I think it was Wednesday, a separate mold company came out to do a mold test. I'm waiting to get the results on that. I think we should have gotten them by now. But it goes through this remediation company and my insurance. So we also filed a claim with our insurance. We also hired a public adjuster just to be safe and make sure that everything goes smoothly with that, with insurance and whatnot. Which they have been. So the remediation company, the one lady that's like a project manager, she's been super helpful, like putting Mrs. Clarkio and I at ease about just understanding what's going on here and what options we have. We were supposed to host for Thanksgiving. We're not going to be able to now, basically, because of all this. It seems like we're going to have to probably pull cabinets out, unfortunately, which, like, when we bought the house, we were happy with this kitchen. We don't want to remodel anything. But we'll see. We got to wait and see what comes with the mold test and then follow the protocol that the insurance company is okay with us following for each step of the way type of thing. So it's kind of like a step-by-step process just to figure out where things are going to go. Hopefully we can get our kitchen back to normal as fast as possible and can just go back about our lives in there. That's like the short of it, essentially, of what's happened. But it's been pretty chaotic because I had to call the...
Thanks for joining today. Contrived my text.
I've had to call the plumber back because there was like a slow drip. Thankfully, just on the outside, they just need to tighten some things down. And I had the restoration people coming. I had the public insurance adjuster come into the house all around the same time, and I'm trying to do work, trying to keep the kids moving along with their stuff and everything. It was very stressful. It's been very stressful. Thankfully, things are kind of settling. I mean, it's still stressful just trying to figure out where things are going to go from here, but it's been better now, especially with the fans out of the house blowing all the time. So that's kind of the short story of the fiasco that's happened. And it all happened like between Thursday and Friday, and that's why I was like, I gotta figure out how to get this all addressed, and I couldn't stream last Friday as a result. So that's what happened, chat. Sorry I couldn't be here. I would have much rather been everything fine and normal and streamed on Friday than deal with all this. One of the biggest stresses was like just figuring out who to call, and not just call anybody. That's the other thing. Like, like you want to call companies that have good reviews and their quality work and customer service and stuff like that. And you hear of all these nightmare situations where people call, they're in desperate need to get things fixed, and then they get taken advantage of and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's like I was trying to do my due diligence and investigate, look at reviews on all different websites for different local companies, plumbers and whatnot. And I feel good with what we got so far. Everything's been going great with the companies we're working with so far, and hopefully that stays the course, because we're going to be dealing with other companies doing different things. Like if we have to do reconstruction in part of the kitchen, stuff like that, that's other people doing that, so it's like it's gonna be a little while working through this, but we'll see. Dylan says, dang dude, bummer you had to deal with all of that. Super stressful. Yeah, it was not really good timing either, like, so, but it is what it is. We're getting through it. It could have been worse. Like it could have flooded the house or something like that. So, glass half full, kind of looking at the positive of it. So it shouldn't be like that huge of a job long term, and we'll see where things go. But I'm like learning so much about home insurance here in the U.S. and just the process of these things and whatnot. like I was talking to some folks about this previously, and like insurance, the whole insurance industry, my goodness, man. Like there's so much I'm learning about this. Like one, so like when you think of like vehicle insurance, your record follows you, or how many times you get in accidents and make claims with your insurance company and stuff like that, right? May ask, so leak is now fixed? Yes, the leak is fixed as far as we can. So this is, well, let's talk about that actually. This part of the problem is we're trying to do things step by step, following protocol, and be as least invasive as possible. Like do the least amount of damage until we have to escalate and do more damage type of thing. So it's hard to describe without like drawing for you, but like that corner that the hose spigot started leaking in is where there's a corner cabinet, and that is like off the wall. Like it's because, so imagine all right, here's the wall. Okay, we're looking at it top down. Okay, and then here's the other wall. Okay, outside, and the spigot's out here, and then the hose comes, the piping comes inside the wall, and I'm assuming down and inside of this wall or underneath, right? That type of thing. So the water was coming in, dripping down this wall all the way to like over here, like 20 feet away. Then, so internally though, there's all kitchen cabinets here and a countertop, and the sink is right here, and then there's a corner cabinet in here, and that corner cabinet is kind of like catty cornered into the corner. It makes like a triangle with the two external walls essentially. So it's got some space off the wall to where it didn't show any water damage on the back of the cabinet, but there's water damage on the back of the kitchen cabinet under the sink, and that's the only one that's showing that right now. The other ones around it don't. That's kind of a good sign. But in any case, the reason I'm bringing that up is like, I believe everything's been addressed because the moisture has gone down. The guys said it's bone dry now in the areas that they can test. But we've not gotten back behind that corner cabinet, like drilled a hole and then got to the wall back there where the water started leaking. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we'll find that out or if we're going to dig in there yet or not. Again, I'm waiting to hear. I'd like to know, because like if there's mold growing back there, you know, I guess we'll find out if there was mold. They took a mold test internally in the wall where we pulled the dishwasher out and you can have access to the drywall. So they poked a hole, the mold company poked a hole in there and ran some tube in there and like a machine to take a sample of the air in there, captured it into a test, circular test glass thing, and then they send that off to the lab to test for mold. The mold levels rather, because there's mold everywhere, by the way. There's mold in your house normally, just different levels of it that your body can tolerate type of thing is what I've learned as well. So once we find out if there was mold at the wall behind the dishwasher, then there's likely going to be mold at the wall closer to the source of the leak in the corner, which means we're going to need to rip the cabinets out, get to that drywall, rip that drywall out, and do some remediation further there. Hopefully there's no mold, and then we can really just kind of put everything back and be done, you know? So in any case, to answer the short answer is yes. I'm like 99% sure, because we don't see any more moisture building up. We don't see any more water leaking. And that now that pipe and the hose bib has been addressed by the plumber, we've not seen any more issues. So 99% sure the leak is fixed now. Where was I going? Oh, so I was talking about insurance. So insurance, when you're like vehicle insurance, it sticks with you. The insurance sticks with you and it stays on your record, and insurance companies do that. When it comes to home insurance, it doesn't stick with you. It sticks with the property address. And apparently insurance companies have some centralized database that they all have access to. And so when you go to apply, if you go and buy a new home, you have no way of knowing if the previous owners on that home had made claims to their insurance company and how often, how many times they did. And all that counts as like dings against that property, and you are going to have to pay for it essentially. You get what I'm saying? So like, because from an insurance company's perspective, they look at that house as a problem house potentially, depending on how many claims have been made on that address. And that will make the insurance premium higher as a result. So it looks like this house, thankfully, hasn't had any claims prior to this. This might be the first one. But nonetheless, my insurance is probably going to go up. I think that's the minimum. It's going to go up from this. And then the maximum is they might decide they're not going to, you know, provide it. This company that I work with, that I have for insurance, they might decide, like, we're not going to insure you next time. We're not going to renew the policy with you. We're not going to offer to renew the policy with you, rather. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because I like this insurance company's been great so far. And I keep hearing good things from all the companies that I'm working with when I tell them that that's our insurance company, and they go, oh, they're usually really good. So we'll see how things go with that. But that's one thing I didn't know. I want to share with you all, is something that I learned so that you know too. If you buy a home or you own a home, the more claims you put in, the more that hurts insurance for whoever's owning that home. So just a heads up on that. It's different than like vehicle insurance when claims are on that. So it's like, it really, you know, all that to say, like I'm saying, like the insurance industry as a whole is like crazy, like, because it's constantly the insurance companies have, you know, because of people trying to take advantage of them, they do things to cover their butts and like be protective and try to save money on their end and maximize their profits, of course, right? Because capitalism. And then there's people that are like, they're like bad apples that are just trying to take advantage of the insurance companies to get money out of them, you know? And then there's, you know, everyday regular people that are just constantly paying into an insurance, and you're going to get dinged because you got to make a claim. Like, why do I pay insurance if it's not okay for me to make a claim when something goes wrong? Now, keep in mind, I've had home insurance on various properties for a really long time, like over a decade. And this is the first time I'm making a claim. But it doesn't matter because it's based on the address. They don't care how often I make a claim. They care how many claims have been made on the address that you're making the claim for. So, I don't know. It's just like the system. It's just more frustration with the system of things and how we operate, at least here in the U.S. So, and like by law, you have to, if you have a mortgage on a house in the U.S. I don't know if it's similar in other countries. Those of you that might be tuning in from there or outside the U.S. By law, if you have a mortgage on the house, well, basically, no bank is going to give you a mortgage to help pay for you to buy a home if you don't have insurance. So you have to have a home insurance. You have to be paying towards something like that. But you get dinged, like it's frowned upon by insurance companies if you use that insurance. You see, does anybody else see the problem here? Why do we have this industry then? Crazy. Crazy. All right. Well, anyway, if you have any questions, I'm happy to try and my best to answer them. Otherwise, that's the story of the water leak. It's still ongoing. It's been very impactful on mine and Mrs. Clarkio's mental health, but we're okay. Like, big picture, not a huge deal. Could have been worse, and we'll get through it and we'll figure it out. And things, you know, things. What's the word I'm gonna, or what the expert? Things have their way of just sorting out, you know, over time. So we'll see. So that is why I missed stream last week, and hopefully we continue in the positive direction. All right. On that note, let's do Wordle. Maybe I can get a little redemption here. Oh, not a great start. I'm gonna go with Ridge. Oh, okay, that's a good one. I have a chance to get in 3 here. Does it start with D maybe? D-R. Is it drink? I want to guess drink, but I don't know what else could it be droid? Could be droid. So here's the thing that tends to happen off stream when I play Wordle chat is there'll be times where I'll have like this many letters in the first guess sometimes. And I'll have like an initial idea of a word that comes to mind as soon as I see those letters. But I'll be like, oh no, I'm going to wait to send that guess in. And instead I'm going to come up with another guess. And then that second one that I come up with, I try that as my second guess. And it's not it. And the one that I originally thought of immediately, I do that next then on my third guess and I get it. That happens to me too often. So I remember, I thought drink. But I'm going to go with droid so I can get an extra vowel in there. It doesn't even start. Okay. That was a better guess for 3 then, I guess. All right, so we know R is in the middle. So it's XX RID. Morbid? No. What is this word? Arid? Unrid? Is it unrid? Is that a word? Unrid yourself. No. Oh my gosh. Something URID. Purid? Purid, murid, furid, curid. Zurid? What is it? Purid? That's not a word. What is this word? Lurid? That's a word? What the heck is lurid? Rugmat bot, I need assist here. I need an assist. What the heck? Oh! I just spilled my drink on my keyboard. I just had a water leak all over my keyboard. Turn it upside down so it doesn't mess with it. Oh, I should have done that faster. Not having good luck, chat. Oh, man. All right. Well, I got to clean up now. Go ahead and keep playing words on stream, chat. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Still cleaning up though. I gotta get my key remover. No bueno. Keep it upside down. Find that.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today. Pass to Owl.
I don't know where I put the keyboard puller thingy.
We're going out tonight. We feel so right. We feel so right. Looking hot tonight. We feel so right. Feel so right. We're going out tonight. We feel so right. We feel so right. Looking hot tonight. We feel so right. Feel so right.
Down, chat. I don't know where I put him. Get the hair dryer out. I mean, I still need to wipe it down regardless. I'm so bummed out right now, chat. Most bummed I've felt. It's piling on. I don't know where. I have two of them as well. Like, where did I put them? I'm gonna keep looking.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch. An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Chat, I don't know where. I had him recently too.
The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds.
I don't know what to do. I still have it upside down at least. I guess I could plug in another. I don't know if I even have another keyboard handy right now. Sorry, chat. Pretty crap streams lately, I feel. Can't think of where else I might have. I went through this last time I needed to use them, and I thought I put them in like a logical, sensible place where I would find it the next time I needed them. That's proven to be false. I did not put them in a good spot. You just need a key puller.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
Bodies of Mrs. Spencer and the children found in the basement families. The medical examiner estimates they were dead for at least 3 days. The air conditioning system in the house was turned on, apparently to slow the decomposition of the body. The entire house, top to bottom, car, the office downtown, all of it white clean. Oh no. But I'll tell you one thing. He made one hell of a big mistake when he decided to clean house on my... Decided to clean house on my...
Matt wants you to hydrate.
I found him. Oh my gosh. Took way too freaking long to find him. Oh. All right. Pull these suckers, get them cleaned up. Oh, it just smells like... Gosh, such a strong smell. Good thing is, I think... Oh, it's still kind of wet up here on these top ones. Can I dry those up? You know, just going from a water leak to a spill. Why not, right? Par for the course. Par for the course, chat. Water leak to a spill. The good thing is, I don't think a lot of it seeped into the bottom of the keyboard. So it should mostly be just cleaning up the keys themselves. Just trying right now to just absorb the little bit of stuff that hasn't dried out of the keys. There's a chocolate protein shake that I just stupidly spilled all over. Nope, there's still some spots. Key puller, keycap puller in C makes sense. Yeah, the keyboard. I spilt liquid on it. Immediately unplugged it and turned it upside down. I think that significantly helped reduce the damage. We'll find out if it works after I clean it up. See all that mess. Need one of those dishwasher safe keyboards. Thank you for that laugh, Rugman. I needed that. Oh man, my morale is just down. Like for so many reasons. Between the house leak because of this, I just feel like, you know, I missed stream last Friday. I feel like this stream has just gone to crap, and you all, I don't even know why you all are here still watching. What is that? Shush it. We want to see you clean up. I could potentially set that up. Alright, let's see. I don't know why it's turned into emote. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You no say. All right. Set up. Clean up. Well, the microphone's going to be in the way probably. some degree. But you can't really see the mess. But I'll set it. I'm setting it up so you can play while. Hi. It's pretty gross. Trying to keep everything in order. So what's cool about this is I can also pull the, like, my switches are interchangeable. They're hot swappable switches, which is these red switches you see here. Okay. So I can pop those out and clean better in between. You need to get like a little vacuum. Trying to see where else it got. It's mostly like from here over, but it skipped, it splashed, so it was like some of it didn't get on the keys at all. Oh, definitely on the enter key. Actually, some got on this side too. Again, I'm trying to keep all these in order. This one's a bit better. It's more flexible key puller. And I should have spare switches somewhere in case the switches go bad. Hopefully the board itself is good. Where are the kids at? Am I holding them the right way? Where are the kids at? Six, seven. Someone's learning Japanese? No. You've not seen the... I think it's just I feel like it's global. I don't know. Silly trend by the kids where they go 6, 7. Yeah, that stupid thing. What'd you think? Why'd you think Japanese? I'm not picking up on that reference that you're making. Ooh, this top portion got a little more saturated than I had hoped. Oh shoot! It just splashed out.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today. Meru_is_me.
Hey Merida, happy to have you here. I am cleaning my keyboard because I spilt my drink on it. In case you're wondering what's going on. And I'm trying to clean it out. I mean, at this point, I've cleared off like half the keys. Not really how I wanted to spend my time today. I think that covers all the area. I think I'm gonna pull the switches out too, just to... I mean, I might as well take all the keys out at this point, right, chat? You see how many I've gotten out already? Check Discord and try to tell me that's not Japanese. I guess because it was like backwards? Yeah, maybe. got in there good. I gotta take this frame off. Yikes, dude. Damn. Really not the best thing to be spilling. Although maybe because it was like not, if it was water, it would have dripped way more easily. Being a protein shake, it was thicker. Well, good reason to clean the keyboard. It's been a while anyway. Yeah, I think at this point I just gotta clean out the whole thing and take all of them off. Like dog hair, human hair.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Lucky Vampy.
Hey, Lucky, happy to have you here. You're watching me clean my keyboard while you play words on stream. Not what I meant to do today. Also, like this, the switches have turned brown. Pop these. Oh, in there. That wasn't really the smartest thing to do. Considering I just blew all the keys everywhere now. God, I just smell like chocolate. How are we doing today, Chad? How's your Friday? How's your Friday going? You know? Just splendid. Just dandy. It's just been so dandy today. This whole week. Fantastic. We'll have a bit of news on the apothecary lore. Oh yeah? What do you got? I got immune to the anti, so the poison still hits hard. I gotta learn how immunity works with anti. Nothing like experimenting on yourself with poisons. Or at least. All right, so the good thing is here I'm pulling the switches out, and so far I'm not seeing anything on the board at the board level, like on the circuit board where the switches plug in. So we're doing all right. And if any of these switches are bad or go bad as a result of this. Hopefully it's not a lot, because I'm pretty sure I have a handful of, backups that came with this whole keyboard, which is nice of them. And you get like a little hand vacuum. You know, like those little desk vacuums, but like with the tubes at the end. I can just suck up all this garbage. I'm worried that it's gonna crumbs and crap are gonna drop now that I have the switches out. Gonna drop into the lower part of the board here. Trying to keep some order to what I'm doing here. The switches go back exactly where they were, at least. Again, not that it's a huge matter to do that, but I'd like to keep the switches where they were as best as possible. And I'm all out of air. Yeah.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch. An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Should I just buy a new keyboard? Hot chocolate with sprinkles. I wonder which is worse, drinks with sugar or soup to spill on a yeah. What should be next stream?
The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you
Mrs. Clark was like, "You're still working on that? What'd you do?"
again.
He's like, "Are you even streaming?" I said, "Yep, they're watching me clean this." Why? I don't know, honey. I can't believe they're here.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong.
This switch smells chocolatey.
And I've been counting days to get away.
Like, how do I clean the switch out? Should I just soak them in vinegar? Sure, that'll go over well. Is this just so entertaining, chat? Just watching someone clean their keyboard while you play words on stream. Quality content. Has to be done. I'm really glad I got hot swappable switches though. I wonder if I can get like I think switches are standard size, right? So I can get those like hybrid ones that are out there now. Plug them in here. Fascinating. Calming. Have any of you seen a keyboard broken apart like this? Or have any of you not seen a keyboard, rather, is what I meant to say. Imagine there are some here that have. Who has not seen a keyboard taken apart like this before? watch too much Glarses? Is that a streamer that I'm just not familiar with?
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Ofu_.
What's up, Ofu? Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Happy to have you here. Welcome in. I had to start cleaning my keyboard because I spilt chocolate protein shake on it. So that's where we are. That is the invigorating stream you tuned into. Sorry. Happy to have you here, though, nonetheless. Oh. Wow, this one key here, I don't know if it's gonna be, or this part of the board looks like it got fried almost. Oh my gosh. Check this out, chat. I'm just noticing it now. You see that? So of the three on the bottom, the middle one, you can see it's kind of corroded or something, or burned out. It's a YouTuber. He does keyboard videos, building keyboards and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Also keyboards for people that are pricey. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. Oh, that came right up. Whatever it was. It must have been stuff I've spilt on it in the past. I'm gonna let that dry a little, though. That cleaned up easily, though. Whatever. Maybe I spilled something on that, too. Yeah, smudged. What's interesting about this keycap for the spacebar is this side, for whatever the cut is, it didn't get sanded off, so it's very rough. I remember last time I cleaned this, it did this to me. I think Bauer likes when I have the green screen up because his bed is on the other side of the green screen. Oh boy, it's a tequila board. And it's darker, and he's just out over there snoring away right now. I'm kind of overdoing this right now. I don't want to do it anymore. This switch is super dirty. Oh. I'm trying taking this switch off. This is interesting. I've never taken this cap off the switch. No. Snap back in. Ooh, okay, okay. Come on, sucker. Oh, this. Oh no. Well, I might have to. The whole spring mechanism. Oh, came out. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. I don't know if that's good. I mean, why? Show you why I took the cap off, or apart rather. This, I mean, it's gonna be hard to tell. It's gonna be hard to tell against my skin, but like against the white paper towel, you can maybe see on camera that this corner here is chocolatey. I'm not sure how these switches work. Like, if I can put it back together again. Good thing is this is for like the page down button, and I rarely use. So if I did fully break this. We'll find out. Took it off for a reason though. Let's clean it up. I need like a microscopic freaking scrubber. Little sponge tool to get in here and clean this sucker off. Oh man, I think I lost the spring. Oh, I'm such a knucklehead. I dropped. The spring fell out. I'm having a day, chat. I'm having a day. Where the heck did that spring go? It's so tiny and quiet. I'm not gonna know where it is unless I step on it and break it. Oh, I found it. Oh, man. Stay there, spring. Clap for finding spring. Thank you. All right, let's see if I can get this back together again. All right, I got it back together. Still a little chocolatey. But that's just going to add to the flavor while I'm pressing the keys, right? Mrs. Clarkio's laughing at me. It's like, you should keep your drinks, because I put the drink in between. This is a mistake I made, chat. I normally whiff of chocolate every time you press the key. Yes, exactly, May. I normally don't put any drinks between the placemat that I have my keyboard and mouse on that you see, this black pad here. They're normally to right outside the camera angle here, right on this side of the frame, is where I normally keep my drinks. But I decided to put the drink like right here, right in this area, this side of the frame, which is in between the keyboard and the mouse. So when I picked my hand up from the mouse to come over across, it went like, I have the cap on it now. It went, here it is. It went doink, and then imagine I just spilt more on it. Lesson learned? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I don't think I need to, like, this whole top corner seems okay. I think I need to pull these, wipe down the keyboard from there. I'll pull these because there's just dirt and soot in here that I can wipe out. And then we should call it a day. We should be good and call it a day. These should be dry now. I'm going to put these in. Call it a day in cleaning this. And, oh, look at the bottom of this one. Yeah, I must have gotten some kind of liquid in there. Remember that, the board part I showed you that was like discolored? This is a little blue underneath here. Starting a little electrical fire with my keyboard here. Like, what is that about? Clean the leads and to dry out a bit more again. This one not so much on this key. From another day of spillage, possibly. I definitely have spilled water on this before. I'm guessing the water got in there. They still work though, so that's very. I highly recommend this keyboard. It's a, where'd it go? On the frame you can see it's a RK Royal Cluj. And it's the RK84 84 key one. I like not having the full expanded keyboard, like that width. I like having a little bit more compact, but I don't like the it's a 10 keyless keyboard. Backwards reading. Yeah, sorry. It's a 10 keyless keyboard. Maybe it's not 80, I think it's 84. It's RK84. I don't like going smaller than that, and I don't like going bigger than that. I like having the top row with the function keys. I like having things compacted in, but I still have everything except like numpad for a full keyboard, you know? Like, I don't need all that. Alright, let me put the spacebar back on. That should be good now. Alt here. I need to clean this up. Oh, these are bad. He's got it bad up here. Oh, it dripped into the board. Okay, again, glass half full. These are keys that I rarely use. Just dry it up. Song's pretty cool. If you all want to start over again, you can. Just do restart. Or did you lose people? Yeah, it's even wet under the switch here. Yeah, I pulled that off. It sat there too long. It would have built up moisture and... But it's good to unplug it right away, power it down, turn it upside down. I want some different music.
Thank you for the 3 long months of subscribing.
Slugger, I must have missed something when I went to a meeting. Did you break your keyboard? Welcome back, Slugger. I hope your meeting went well. Thank you for the Prime sub and 3 months in a row. The 3! Thank you. You did miss. I spilt protein shake onto the dang keyboard because I stupidly didn't follow my own rule of making sure the drinks stay off the mat and out of the keyboard and mouse zone. So, yes, I am taking keycaps off, pulling the switches out because I have hot swappable switches, thankfully, and trying to salvage it. Make sure it does, well, not salvage it, but just try to like prevent any damage. So far, I feel like it's not too bad. That one actually looks pretty good. So does that one. It was those three that I first took out up top that were the worst so far. I think I might be just down to cleaning the keys up and a little bit of touch up on the board itself. Stand up. Man, this dog is snoring loud. But yes, thank you, Slugger, for the resubs. Very kind of you to do that. I'm going to reimburse you for the stand-up. Oh, Rugmat, an hour ago, wanted me to hydrate. Was that when I stepped away? There you go, Rugmat. It's actually not looking too shabby right now, chat. There you go, May. Honestly, I think we're okay now. This one out. Oh, this one's a little chocolatey on the side here. It's like every time I'm like, oh, I think we're doing okay, and then I find a bad one. Well, a pretty dirty one, I mean. I'm gonna be smelling like chocolate for days. All right. Putting them back in. Maybe not. That one didn't sound good. Sticky.
Let this be another night to tie around my bed at night. I know
Oh, dang it. Why do I keep doing that?
to erase your face.
I had to stretch my legs first.
Awake, I lie here staring up beyond the sky.
Ooh, that sounded a little rough putting that one in.
It took a whole lot of energy to get back on my feet. Spent too long
I mean, if the switches work, who cares if they look chocolatey, right? I'm not gonna see them. Only time I see them is when I take them out like this.
What were you thinking of today? Is this my savior? Love again, no one can blame me.
The heck does it? Because that's the wrong button. That's the wrong. The return key is supposed to go there. Dodo. Where's the shift key doing over here? Shift's supposed to be here. Right? That's shift. Oh, it's for this shift key. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling today. Trying to put the wrong key in the wrong spot. Oh. These are going to be squeaky clean. Clear! Nice job. First clear of the day, right? Oh, second clear. Big 2 clears today. Did you ever find out where the clear was coming from? No. I suspect though it was from a browser source I had in OBS for Dylan's stream. That was my suspicion because I went and like turned What happened was certain browser sources in OBS, if you configure them, you can configure them in a way under the OBS settings to have them load, and then once they're loaded, they stay active all the time, and then the audio, if audio plays in them, could potentially play too. So I checked the box to, it's called shutdown source when not visible. So when the browser source is not visible in OBS, it just alleviates resources being used for that. So I think that was it, because we haven't had it happen since I did that. So shoot, shouldn't put that one back. Chat, if you didn't have something to show you where the letters went on a keyboard, would you remember where the letters are? If you only had the switches with no keys down? Actually, with no labels either. Imagine that. Ah, bummer. Double 8. ASDF, FJ, JKL, semicolon. Alright, almost done. I am going to call it after this. I'll play maybe a round of words on stream with you all. You would find those? Sure, Slugger. I think I got a labelless keyboard. Do you? Those are hard. I'm going through these sanitizing wipes real fast. I don't think I've searched for a key in a great bit. Hey, proud of you, Roy Lacey. Big props to you on that. That's hard. Takes a long time to get there. At least for me. I haven't gotten there yet. I think the main keys I can handle without looking and searching for, but when you start going beyond, like, the extremities of things, reminds me I use the PC too much. Maybe I should stop a little. We could do connections, man. Yeah, we should have time for that. What time is it? I want to stop around 5. It's 4:46 right now. Keyboard's looking pretty clean. And my head is bothering me. I use end and home. It's very useful, but people don't seem to use it. Many years of typing on typewriter and their computers, May. You've memorized the keyboard completely, May? Is that what you're saying? Because of experience doing all that? Down to the last 7 keys right now. I didn't know you used typewriters professionally. Yeah, you could. I think one of the, you know, it's not a typewriter per se, but very similar. Stenographer in a court that documents everything. They got to type fast for one. I think they have a special kind of keyboard for that too, don't they? Stenographers is very different, yes. Hello, secretaries. Yep. You're learning it? Yeah, they have like a special setup, right? So that they can type wicked fast compared to a QWERTY keyboard. You press 5 keys at once that sound like the word and it spits out the word. Stenography is not even a keyboard. You don't type a key by key. Oh, had no idea. You do a lot in your free time, huh, Tom Royalty? From programming to alchemy, to stenography to language learning, right? I think that was something else that you've mentioned in the past. All right, last key. And then the moment of truth, if I'll be able to type into it anymore. That took long enough. Frame back on. Like nothing ever happened. Right, chat? I gotta remember, put the key puller tools in a safe spot. Fresh keyboard. Let's see if it works. Oh, that's a good sign. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Let's see if I can type into a. Hello. Oh no. Oh no, chat. Hello world. Okay. These were all the ones that had the worst. And then mostly the function keys at the top, so. Seems to be okay. That worked. Oh, that frame wasn't down all the way. Helps a little. Okay. I think we're okay.
I called you tonight. I've been thinking this for too long.
Looks nice, right?
Since you don't reply,
Now you see my keyboard.
I'll keep looking for you, even if it's wrong. I'm sitting all alone in my
All right. We'll play connections and then call it a day.
I don't care if there's no chance. I need to find.
Sneaked in an emote. Yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Superhero, disaster, buddy, judge, channel, Armageddon, grade, heat, speed, stationed, frequency, hard boiled, rate, review, judge, grade. Okay, okay. Ooh. Oh, like radio, band, station, frequency, and channel. Probably green, right? Yep, radio tuning options. All right. Now to the two hardest connections, chat. What do we got? We got... Oh, I never shared the Wordle results. Okay, think on those for a second. Let me go put those in the Discord. Wordle. If you want to join the Discord, share your Wordle results, and play connections, boom, there's the link for that. Arco.com/Discord. All right, back to connections. What do we think is going on here, chat? Also, I learned what brothel is. I wish I didn't. You didn't know what brothel was. Okay, I used to think it was an old way to say village. You tricked me into thinking it's fine to say that. I did? How did I trick you into doing that? When did I ever talk about brothel? Are you sure it was me? Speed, heat, hard-boiled, disaster. Superhero martial arts. Buddy the Elf. Armageddon is a movie. Heat is a movie. And Speed is a movie, isn't it? Oh, I'm one away. Speed. Heat. Is Heat not a movie? Oh, Buddy the Elf is from Elf. Damn, calm down, finishing connections in 2 seconds. My bad, my bad. What do you think then? What do you think? Stream just above the stash. Forehead. I'm just surprised, to be honest. Oh. Okay. Maybe a disaster. Damn, still one away after that? Oh no. Oh no. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, chat, what should I do? Submit. Ah, what was it? Action films. Buddy, disaster, martial arts, superhero. Action. Whoa, wait. Film subgenres? These are both film things. Armageddon, hard-boiled, heat, and speed. What is hard-boiled? I was on the right track with that. That those were movies. What was hard-boiled? I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, they tricked us. Those jerks. Alright, sharing these results in connections. I failed. Rugmat almost failed today. He came close. Look here. Came close, and then he got purple and then blue. And then Rugmat had shared his connections in the Wordle channel. All right, chat. I gotta go. I'm worn out now. Physically, mentally. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's a new day. Today was a good day. You know, all in all, it's a good day. Can't complain. Just lots of unlucky things. Silly, unlucky things is what I was gonna say. Sleep well, lovely stream. Hope the keyboard stays fine and dandy. Thank you. I hope so too. So far, so good. I think if there was going to be a problem, it would have shown itself already, but it's also on keys that I don't generally use anyway, like F7, F6, F8, F9, F10. That range up there looked like it got the worst of the chocolatey spillage. So if there's any keys that end up not working, and if it ends up being those are the ones that I care the least about. So it's actually okay. I do use F11 to go full screen on things sometimes, but I think that was just on the border of where the spillage disaster happened. How fitting that I had a water leak in my house. I tell you about it on stream, and then I have a spillage-like accident on the desk. Like, what? Lucky disaster for sure. Yeah, Royally. What isn't that weird? So weird, man. All right. Have a great week. If all goes well, I will be holding the U.S. flag on Thursday night's game. May, that's awesome. Well, I've been trying to I watched Thursday night's game last night, so now you're gonna have to remind me in Discord, because I'll forget. I have the worst memory, May. If you can send a message in Discord beforehand, that would be fantastic. And I will keep a lookout for you. At least we can for sure find May this time. Yes, Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime. May is gonna be on prime time. Amazon. If I do, I will send a message. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, sounds good. Yes, May. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Congrats on that too. That'll be a huge win. If it happens, right? All right. Thank you all for bearing with me. Sorry for now 2 streams of not the usual goodness. They've been subpar streams in my opinion. So we'll get better. We'll get back on track. Get back to the quality content that you tune in for and have been following along. Speaking of, if you are watching this, one, thank you. You're crazy. No, real. I'm giving you those points back. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's not happening. No, not happening. I'm too worn out right now to really see. Like, it just would not be. Like, if I'm gonna perform that, it's got to be at a certain level of quality, and I'm just not there to do that. And so I don't wanna. I want you to get. Okay, there you go. There you go, May. I want you to get your money's worth, your Bower Bones worth. Yes, it is special. All right. So that's that. I should be back next Friday, no problem. Usual schedule, and then the week after that is Thanksgiving, so I will likely not be here. So we'll have next week. I'll be back Friday the 21st, and then the 28th is day after Thanksgiving, right? Pretty sure it is. There will not be a stream then. Yeah. 28th is the day after Thanksgiving. So just a heads up on that. I'll see you all next week on the 21st, right here on twitch.tv/Clarkio and youtube.com/Clarkio, November 21st at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Join the Discord for any updates to logistics and changes in schedule. It's the best place to find out. It's where I'm the most active online. So If you're interested in that, hope you join up in there. If not, no worries. And I think that's about it. Thank you everybody for liking, subscribing, following, and just being here and bearing with me through this. Sorry about the change in things lately, but we'll get back on track. We'll get there. All right. Appreciate you all. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, and I will see you next week. Peace out.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.